here we go. Welcome back to OU Nightly. Thanks for joining us. I'm Colton Williams. Folks, it feels like spring out there. Looking live at downtown Oklahoma City. It looks hazy, it's muggy, it's warm, and it's certainly windy right now. Sitting in the lower 80s in Oklahoma City, we have some mostly cloudy skies. Those winds are ripping out of the south, 20 to 25, gusting up to 30. That dew point is up. Like I said, it feels like spring out there. It's just that time of the year. We're tracking out our next chances for severe weather incoming here to the Sooner States. So here's what we're looking like from space. All right, there's a lot going down here in north central Texas. We're watching this area in this white circle here for some initiation of thunderstorms that could move then into the Oklahoma City metro and bring us a chance for severe weather. So we'll break that down here in just a second. Right now across the Oklahoma City metro, it is warm out there, lower 80s for Oklahoma City, Norman, Purcell. Look at this, Weatherford down I-40 sitting at 90 right now. So it is warm out there, feels almost more like late May than early April. Across the state, much of the same, upper 80s in Lawton, 95 in Elk City. Altus, Oklahoma registered 98 today here in southwestern Oklahoma. So now looking up top now, we do have the jet stream coming overhead here. If this was positioned a little more to the southeast, we'd be looking at a major severe weather outbreak today. Thankfully, it's positioned off to northwest. That's going to limit our severe weather potential as we go into the afternoon and evening hours this evening. So right now, like I said, the moisture is there. We're now sitting at dew points in the middle 60s here. There's the dry line out west. That's going to be a big factor here coming up over the next several hours. So here's the setup. We've got lots of moisture here. Moisture is not the limiting factor today, but there's a dry line out west. The jet stream is thankfully weaker over the dry line. It's fairly strong up over the panhandle. Thankfully, they are far behind the dry line, so there's no potential for severe weather in the northwest. We will have a couple storms try to form along the front edge here. So Storm Prediction Center does have us within a slight risk, but notice this is only a risk if storms initiate. Got to have storms to have a risk here inside the tornado zone. Now, Norman and Oklahoma City are included inside the lowest of low. There's a bit higher risk in the far southeast, so any storm that moves into these regions could become significant in the same terms as hail as well. If storms initiate, we could be looking at baseballs inside this yellow region here. So as we look at our future cast here, you'll see it's fairly quiet, right? Not much goes on. A little bit going on down I-35 near the Red River. Overall, models aren't spitting out much, but this doesn't mean we ought to let our guard down as we go into the afternoon hours here. We'll have to continue to watch this because we could get a couple storms spin up here and there. So for your timings, I think if a storm goes up, it's going to happen anywhere between now and 8 o'clock here on the western side of I-35 and move eastward. It can move into this middle region here, 6 to 10 p.m.-ish, and then in the far southeast, I think their risk will become 5 o'clock to midnight. So overnight tonight, talking about lower 50s, we'll have a cold front push through. We'll have some lower 40s. Panhandle is going to get fairly chilly. Tomorrow going to be a really nice day. We're going to be drier tomorrow, 64, 65 in Oklahoma City and Norman, 72 for your high in Lawton overnight tonight. We'll drop back down to the 70s for this evening before the arrival of those storms. And then as we look into your Easter holiday, it looks good. Next week, we're going to cool off. Maddie and Tyler, back to you.